Hey learners, welcome back. In the video series of chapter 1, that is Financial Statements of Companies, today we shall learn about the subheading of Long-Term Loans and Advances, where we shall learn the concept of security deposits and capital advances. We shall also learn the subheading of other non-current assets, and with this we'll finish off our discussion related to the first heading on the assets side of the balance sheet. Stay tuned with us because this video is going to be really helpful. Long-term loans and advances. Now definitely long-term loans and advances are those kinds of loans and advances which are expected to be received after a period of 12 months. Very obvious, anything which is long-term has to do with more than 12 months period. Okay, and anything which is short-term, it will be obviously less than a period of 12 months or less than a year, right? So over here we have certain classifications for this. Let's understand. The first classification is capital advances. What are capital advances? Let's have a reading. Advances given for acquiring fixed assets are called as capital advances. Okay, these advances are not received back in cash but are received in the form of some fixed assets. Since they are ultimately converted to fixed assets of the company, they are classified as long-term advances. So what is the concept? Very simple concept. We give certain advances, we make certain deposits for what? For acquiring fixed assets, for purchasing fixed assets. And as we are continuously making these kinds of advances and these kinds of deposits, I am not going to get those advances or those deposits in way of cash. What am I going to get? In against of it, I am going to get the fixed assets. Understood the concept? Very simple concept. For acquiring, for purchasing any kind of fixed assets, what do? I give certain advances. Mind the word capital over here. Capital advances in connection to the word capital assets. What are capital assets? They refer to those kinds of property, or you can say any kind of assets which is immovable, movable, tangible or fixed. Okay, capital advances in reference to those capital assets means some of my property, some of my tangible assets. So for acquiring those kinds of assets, if I am making any kind of advances, that advances are referred to as capital advances. Next, what we have, it is security deposits. Now what are security deposits? Security deposits are those deposits which are made for a period of more than 12 months. Right? What are the examples? Security deposits for electricity, security deposits for telephone. Clear? So understood security deposits? Clear with it? Very simple concept. Now let's move forward. Next, what we have other non-current assets. Okay, now over here I hope you all can see accounting treatment not to be evaluated means, just for example, you need to understand that there is a subheading which is called as a other non-current assets. That's it, and few items which in case comes. Let's read, we'll understand more. All other non-current assets are which do not fall into any of the above classification as shown under this heading. That means, I told you na, other headings like under fixed assets, under non-current investments, under deferred tax assets or under long-term loans and advances. If in any of these subheadings that item is not falling into any of those headings, then it will be shown under this heading of other non-current assets. Clear? One example is given, I found in the book and I have kept it. It says trade receivables receivable after 12 months from the date of balance sheet. So generally trade receivables are what? We know trade receivables are current assets. You must be knowing this. But if by exception, there is a trade receivable which or whose time period, maturity period is after 12 months from the date of the balance sheet, then such item will come under the heading of non-current assets. So the heading will be non-current assets, but what subheading will be there? This will be the subheading, means other non-current assets. Clear to you? Very simple. You do not have to put much of your mind because accounting treatment not to be evaluated. So with this we finish off with the first heading on the assets side of the balance sheet. The first heading under the asset side of the balance sheet is non-current assets.